In the dense heart of the forest, where sunlight barely pierced through the looming tree canopies, there was a small clearing. It was here that a group of friends, Alex, Maria, Tom, and Jeanne, gathered. They had long dreamed of a hike to escape the daily grind and enjoy nature. But this time, they were in for more than just a breath of fresh air. From the start of the journey, the friends felt something strange. A sense of unease lingered in the air, as if the forest itself was watching them. As they carved their path through the thick undergrowth, strange symbols carved with a sharp tool began to appear on the trees. Each symbol seemed familiar, yet no one could recall where they might have seen them. "They're just old lumberjack marks," Alex tried to reassure the group, but his voice trembled, and his attempt to disguise his fear was unconvincing. They decided to set up camp near those trees with symbols, thinking it was merely curiosity. Night fell on the forest, and the sounds of nature were replaced by something more sinister. Whispers, barely audible but persistent, crept into the friends' ears. They sat by the fire, sharing stories of scary legends, when Jeanne suggested telling the tale of the forest shadows, a creature rumored to hunt those who dared disturb the forest's peace. With each word spoken, the whispering grew louder, as if the forest itself was listening to their conversation. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the wind began to howl, causing the trees to creak. They all froze, feeling the chill creeping down their spines. Unable to bear it any longer, Tom decided to explore the surroundings. He got up and vanished into the darkness. "I'll be back in 5 minutes," he tossed over his shoulder, but his voice sounded uncertain. The friends exchanged worried glances. Time passed, but Tom did not return. 20 minutes went by, and fear gripped the group. "We need to find him," Maria said, and they all agreed. With flashlights in hand, they began to circle the forest, each rustle making their hearts race. They called for Tom, but the forest seemed to have swallowed his cries. Finally, they stumbled upon a small clearing where they saw his backpack lying on the ground. Around it were the same strange symbols, but now they glowed with a faint green light. The friends froze, realizing that something terrible had happened. Suddenly, a whisper came from the trees, but it was no ordinary whisper. It was Tom's name, uttered with a chilling, distorted intonation. "Tom! Tom!" it echoed, as if the forest was trying to return him. In panic, they rushed back, but the forest closed in around them. The trees seemed to move, creating a labyrinth with no way out. In desperation, Alex remembered the legend that the only way to escape was to leave something valuable in the forest to appease the forest shadows. He removed his watch, which he always wore, and threw it to the ground. "This should work," he shouted. But in response, there was only evil laughter, and suddenly Tom's scream echoed throughout the area. The friends realized their only chance was to run. They dashed through the trees until they emerged into the open. When they finally emerged from the forest, they looked back and saw the shadows around the trees slowly dissolving, and the symbols on the bark disappearing. But somewhere deep in the forest, they knew Tom was gone. The forest had left its mark on their souls, and they would always remember that night. Many years later, each of them occasionally returned to those memories, but none dared enter that cursed forest again. The forest shadows remained with them forever, whispering their names in the silence of the night. The story of a group of friends who encountered something terrifying in the forest left an indelible mark on their hearts. The forest was alive, and it would always be waiting for its next victims. In closing, remember, not all forests are friendly, and not all legends are mere fiction. Sometimes what lurks in the shadows is better left alone.